to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently. We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. I see a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle? You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of famous fun.
I don't know why I was muted. Thank you, beloveds. I just happened to see April said, Queen, you're muted. Okay, so anyway, let me just start my little spiel all over again. Okay, so Grand Rising, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again for the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show, or the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. All right, please be sure to like and share this video. You know how it goes down in YouTube streets. Certain people are shadow banned. Pay attention. All right, and also, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, please exit stage left and don't let the virtual doorknob hit you. Okay, and so shout out to all my loyal royals in the chat, my moderators putting in work, and everyone tuned into the Queen. Okay, please double check to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel if you have not been receiving notifications. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, hello, DeBear, Brand Slayer TV, Monifa. All right, Queen Sam, Diddy in Dallas, Claudette. Mr. Elevation said that the Ferris continues. You already know. Okay, Lillian X said, looking lovely, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Vince I am all the way from the UK. That crazy beach area said, never unsubscribe. G from the land in the house. Christopher, Jeff ATL, Terry Peterson and Dale, Terry Hidden, Reggie. All right, beloved. Deronda, Antoinette. Let's get into it. Stacy, Khalid is here. Nausea, Bruta. All right, I like that name, honey. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into it. The lovely T said, listening and driving. Okay, Pearly. Jeff ATL, did I say you? Buckhorse DC's nefarious self. So everyone, please get the likes up. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, let's talk about Harvey Weinstein because, yeah, this is breaking news. Came out minutes ago that Weinstein's grape conviction in New York has been overturned. Said he got an unfair shake at the trial. The only one that got an unfair shake as it pertains to Harvey Weinstein are his victims. Please pay attention, okay? All 82 of them. And you know, there was actually more than 82, but at least 82 were brave enough to come forward. So let's talk about it. This came fresh off the press at 7:28 a.m. A rep for the Manhattan DA's office tells TMZ, we will do everything in our power to retry this case and remain steadfast in our commitment to survivors of sexual assault. Now, Harvey Weinstein's case was overturned. Okay, it just got overturned in the appeals court, and a new trial has been ordered, although it remains to be seen if he'll be prosecuted again. Now, the 4-3 ruling came down Thursday with the majority of judges agreeing that the disgraced movie producer's constitutional rights were violated back in 2020. I find this interesting because didn't he violate his victims' constitutional rights and civil rights and everything else? Please pay attention. And when this case was first going down, they're claiming that his rights were violated. Now, according to them, prosecutors allowed other women to testify who weren't pertinent to the charges he was facing. This is the same man, and this is all alleged, but this is the same man who, after Dr. Barbara Ziv, a psychologist, got on the stand and testified as an expert witness as to why many of his victims didn't come forward in the first place and why they waited so long. She was then plowed down, okay, walking the streets, leaving the court. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, I'm not saying Harvey had anything to do with it, but I think Harvey had everything to do with it, okay? Let's not forget the journalist who said that he was threatened by Harvey Weinstein and had to, in fact, pack up his bags and move and purchase a gun for protection. All right. So you'll recall that Weinstein was convicted on 2 out of 5 charges that he was up against, including being found guilty of a first-degree criminal sexual act and third-degree rape. Okay. Now the case pertained to claims made by 2 women, Miriam Haley and Jessica Mann. Even though the prosecution called several other women to testify against him to establish a pattern. At this point, it's unclear if the Manhattan DA's office is going to proceed with another trial. They kind of have their hands full with Donald Trump right now. Okay. While Weinstein might be off the hook in his New York case, he's still got another conviction on his plate in California. Now, remember, he was found guilty of 3 out of 7 charges in Los Angeles in 2022, okay, including rape, forcible oral copulation, amongst other nefarious things, okay? Also disgusting. And then let's not forget how he tried to get empathy and sympathy by straddling into the courtroom with a walker. Feel like he's so old and decrepit, but not too old and decrepit to carry out nefarious acts upon women who couldn't defend themselves. Now, he was sentenced to 16 years behind bars in the LA case and 23 years in prison in New York. With his East Coast conviction now tossed, the latter sentence is technically off the table, but it doesn't sound like he's going to be released anytime soon. Weinstein is currently incarcerated in an upstate New York facility. Well, why won't they tell us the name of this facility where he's held at? Upstate New York facility. Let me show you all this picture of him on this walker in case you forgot. I find this all nefarious. Christopher said he used to party with P. Diddy. He knows all the names. Absolutely. Him and Oprah used to party with a Diddy. Please pay attention. Okay, y'all see that? Do y'all remember this if y'all watched the trial? Because I surely did. Look at him. In there with a walker like he's just decrepit. Pay attention. And then here's Oprah. Let's not forget this. Okay? And I want you all to pay attention because do you all remember? How many of you remember, please put ones in the chats. How many of you remember that about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half or so, I told you all to watch the movie Rosemary's Baby? Who remembers that? That I told you all to watch the movie Rosemary's Baby because I said there was numerous subliminals in there. You know that back in the day when that movie came out, people probably didn't even catch it. You all remember that? Putting ones in the chat. Okay, so now I want you to pay attention to something. See, when I tell y'all something, I know what I'm talking about. Now, I told you that movie had plenty of subliminals in there. And also, they were really low-key showing you what really goes down in Hollywood. It's not a game. It's not just a movie. That's what really goes down. And Roman Polanski, who made that movie, now currently left the country, okay, after he did nefarious things to a 13-year-old, but still was allowed by the United States to win a whole Grammy. I believe it was in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. I just want y'all to pay attention. But they got all this smoke for Diddy and R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, and y'all know I'm not defending Diddy because who would, but at the end of the day, Roman Polanski was allowed to just peacefully leave the country and then can still win an Oscar. But they don't even want to play R. Kelly's music on Spotify. Yeah, I find it all nefarious. But hold on, because what did I tell you was the quote from Rosemary's Baby when she found out that all the people working around her were worshiping Satan, were involved in a coven of witches? She said, all of them devils. That's what I want y'all to pay attention to. How many people in the music and entertainment industry, aka Hollywood, do you all think are devils? Plenty of them. And not just them. You have politicians. Okay, you have these people of royalty. You have all sorts of people that engage in these nefarious things. That's not a lie. Tomorrow, I'm going to give y'all such a story on some nefarious things, but I got to be careful how I bring it out because you know how ScrewTube is, but it's very salacious. But with that all being said, this is what I want to show you guys, because right after, I call this synchronicity. For those of you who follow my spiritual channel, Queen Ahmadiyyah TV, More Than Meets the Third Eye. If you're not a member, you should be. But for those of you that follow that channel, you know I told you numerous of times about synchronicity. Okay, so let's fast forward. I told you all about the movie Rosemary's Baby and the subliminals, and that she said all of them are devils, and most of them absolutely are. But here's what someone posted right days after I said that. Pay attention. Hey, y'all don't wonder why she's wearing a replica of the dress from the movie Rosemary's Baby? Y'all don't Wonder why? I find it all so interesting. But anyway, let's get into these receipts. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, so yeah, I thought that was very interesting. That was Kate Middleton, for those of you not familiar with who that was. Kate Middleton walking out there. Let's look at it again. And look at the bottom picture with Rosemary from the movie. That's a subliminal, okay? That's a subliminal. Now, what was Kate Middleton saying? Well, she was trying to tell everybody something. Y'all think she wore that dress by coincidence? First of all, she probably had that little ugly dress made, okay? Because that dress was clearly out in the 60s, okay? That's a pattern from a print from the 60s. So American Horror Story is doing Rosemary Baby right now in Delicate. Really? Okay, more synchronicity. Thank you for telling me that, beloved. Okay, Mr. Elevation says subliminal messages. Exactly. Okay. Sophie says, Queen, have you read Inside the Shy-Lights Music by Darren Cuby, who is one of the sons that was a part of the music group? No, I haven't, but thank you for letting me know, because I absolutely will. Okay, thank you, beloved. Bivlin says, I studied Rosemary's Baby, Queen. Exactly. Yeah, I did too. So, at the end of the day, what was she trying to tell you all about the royal family? Okay, please pay attention. Let's not forget that they say that Prince Harry, even though they didn't say he was doing anything nefarious, but they did say that he was at a Diddy party. That's in the lawsuit filed by Rodney Jones. Okay. And then when I was telling you all about Scientology and the shady things they have going on, well, I forgot to mention that Charles, okay, yeah, he actually donated money, plenty of it, to Scientology. Okay? So I find it all interesting. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I find it all so interesting. So let's talk about Diddy. Let's talk about Diddy. Because you got kings donating money to people that are supposedly doing nefarious things. And we know what those things were that was going on, allegedly going on in Scientology. And then you have people of royalty going to Diddy's freak-offs and parties. I'm not going to say Prince Harry was at a freak-off. I'm just going to say he was at a Diddy party. But do you all remember that song when Diddy said, or was it Jay-Z? It was Jay-Z who said in that song, after the party, it's the after party. Y'all remember that? One's in the chat if you remember that. After the party is the after party. Yeah. Harry was photographed in Las Vegas playing naked pool with girls, and he lost. What? This is all nefarious, Reggie. Thank you for that. I sure didn't know. So when Jay-Z said after the party is the after party, we didn't know he was talking about a Diddy freak-off, and that's what he was talking about, period, point blank. Because somebody posted a video yesterday on Instagram. Now, I'm not going to show that video because to me, it's softcore porn. Okay, that's what it is. It's a video with Jay-Z, and I believe it was Uncle Luke and Lil Kim. Those are the faces that I recognized, and other men and women, and they were all having relations in the same room. Who saw that on Instagram? One's in the chat if you saw that filth. Who saw that? And somebody said Jay-Z and Lil Kim looked uncomfortable. Jay-Z didn't look uncomfortable. He looked like he was getting his thrill on. Lil Kim may have looked a little uncomfortable, but the rest of them, they were having the time of their lives. Did y'all see that? I find it all so nefarious. I find it absolutely nefarious, okay? And so anyway, let's get into it. Hold on. There's one more picture that I forgot to upload. Let me send this to my email real quick so y'all can check this out. Now, as it pertains to Diddy, let's first talk about how him and his attorneys, Sean Hawley and the rest, they are so desperate at this point that now they're trying to attack the credibility of Lil Rod by saying negative things about him and bringing up things that happened in the past. Here's the thing. Even if the things that happened in the past to Lil Rod are true, what does that have to do with the things that Diddy's accused of? And Diddy is the last person. I find it all contradictory and hypocritical that Diddy of all people is trying to bring up dirt on somebody. He's got enough dirt for all of us. Okay, 30 years worth, in fact. So they're trying to dig up dirt on Lil Rod. Remember, And this is further proven. I want you all to pay attention because this further proves Little Rod's point. Do you all remember? One's in the chat if you do. Michael M said, where's that video, Queen Honey? It is on, I believe it was the Neighborhood Talk, the Shade Room, or Hollywood Unlocked. One of those three vlog sites on Instagram. They posted it. Okay. I started to try to edit it, but I was like, oh, I don't even want to fool with this mess. But anyway, it was all nefarious is all I'm saying. Okay. But so now they're sitting here trying to come for Little Rod, but all they're doing is proving his point and proving his case. Do you all remember? One's in the chat if you remember. When I reported on Little Rod's legal documents, do you remember the part where I told you guys that Rodney Jones was alleging that Diddy had hired people to go and try to dig up dirt on him? You all remember that? Said he was trying to have them dig up dirt on him and all of that stuff, and harassing his 8-year-old daughter and his baby's mom, and tried to get a friend, tried to bribe the friend and threaten the friend and harass them into spilling dirt on Lil Rod. Well, I guess they found what they were looking for. Although, in my opinion, this doesn't have anything to do with the case at hand. Please pay attention. Now, here it is right here, reported by Page 6. Opposing camps do battle over Diddy accuser Lil Rod's character and reputation. So there's a battle over the character and reputation of Diddy's accuser, Lil Rod. Why do they have his last name as Smith? Because it's Jones. But anyway, these people be having all kinds of typo, like I told you all before. So anyway, goes on to say that one camp has been digging around on the producer who is suing the bad boy mogul for $30 million, claiming that he was forced to engage in sex acts and was drugged and groped while working for him, and say that he has a history of troubling arrests and convictions that make him an unreliable witness. Wow. So here's the thing. If somebody has a sketchy past or somebody has been arrested before, so we're not supposed to listen when they say that they were victimized by somebody who's even more nefarious than they allegedly are. I find that very interesting. So let's talk about it. Said an unreliable witness. What about the other witnesses, Diddy? But Lil Rod's camp says their fishing expedition is a callous attempt to smear Rod to weaken his case against the I'll Be Missing You rapper, and that the rap sheet is misleading in any case. Documents seen by Page 6 show that he was charged twice with domestic assault. Okay? With domestic assault, once in 2009 and once. They have his name in here as Smith again. Why do they keep calling him Smith in this article? Okay, but let me continue. Said that he was charged twice with domestic assault, once in 2009 and once in 2014. He was also charged with misdemeanor sexual assault in 2005. The charges were dismissed. Okay, so I'm sorry. If the charges were dismissed, doesn't that mean that he didn't do it? So how is this proof of anything nefarious, Diddy? He was convicted of reckless homicide in 2003. Now, when we asked Smith's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, about the record, he told us, I am sure you know that, I meant to say Jones. They keep having Smith in here. Okay, I am sure you know that a charge is not a conviction. So running this story on behalf of Diddy's camp is problematic and calls into question your integrity as a journalist. And he's right. Mr. Jones is July 2003. Now they're back to calling him Jones. Just pay attention. Mr. Jones's July 2003 reckless homicide occurred when he was 17 years old. This is what Mr. Blackburn says. He was driving a vehicle with his cousin in the passenger seat. The police pulled him over, but he was afraid and drove off. It was pretty typical behavior of a young black boy in Chicago when pulled over by the police. As a result, he totaled the vehicle and his cousin, who was his best friend, died. Blackburn said that Rod did not have adequate legal representation at the time and pleaded guilty. He has to live with the guilt of the death of his best friend and family member for the rest of his life. But don't let that stop you from running this story and getting your clicks, he says. Blackburn also added that Diddy's legal team can do anything, or they can do nothing to distract from the fact that he will be indicted soon. Okay? In February, Jones claimed in court papers that Diddy repeatedly sexually assaulted him while he was working on Diddy's latest album from September 2022 to November 2023. The producer alleged that Diddy would grope his privates and touch his rear end between the cheeks to groom him into having relations with Diddy. Okay, and so I'm not going to get into all this because we already know this story. But I just find it interesting that they're trying to bring up this stuff about Rodney Jones, when at the end of the day, this doesn't hold a candle, okay, to any of the things that Diddy is accused of. And I absolutely believe that Diddy did everything that he's accused of, okay? And so let's get into this, because somebody said that Diddy... Let me pull this receipt up. Said Diddy offered somebody $1 million to put a cucumber in their mouth. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm about to share this on the screen. Claudette said you believe it too. Okay, Mr. Elevation said Diddy always groping somebody. Yes. Okay. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. So here we go. Now listen to this.
Say his name, but he told me like in 2002. They were all, Diddy, all them were chilling in New York, like hanging out, like in a group. And Diddy randomly asked the guy he just signed. I ain't gonna say no names though, right. But he just asked the guy that he just signed, jokingly though, out loud, like they're like us, just chilling. Would you suck a D for $1 million? Like that. He asked him that.
Wow, I think he
asked him that.
That
like,
power, that money and the power.
Just to see, like he asked him jokingly, but like.
You know, if he willing.
Yeah. Damn. Like I'm in like behind closed doors. No, Diddy. Behind closed doors. I've always heard like crazy shit about Diddy. Always.
Nothing never
comfortable. Always like some 2 a.m. Damn. Always some late night after the after party. After party. Like shit. Like.
Okay, I'm sorry. Make it all make sense. Now, who was that asked that question? Hold on, let me go back up. Okay, Felly35 says, why didn't he quit? Well, quite frankly, I'm glad you asked. Because he said that he was intimidated and threatened. Do we not remember when Diddy threatened, according to him, to bite off his face? Do we not remember, according to him in the documents, where he said Diddy told him that he could shoot people and get away with it, that he shot the lady in the face in the club, the one shot, it was him? Do we not remember that Diddy bragged about blowing up Kid Cudi's car? Yeah, so I'm sorry. And then he didn't go to jail or prison for any of these things, beloved. So if somebody has done all of these things, I'm sorry, you wouldn't be scared of them? I would, especially if they're a billionaire and they have all of these connections, because even if you do something to them, right, even in defense of yourself, you're likely going to be the one going to jail because they're protected. Or if they take you out, maybe nothing's going to be done, just like nothing was done about what happened at Challenge Studios when Diddy and his son allegedly went into the restroom and someone shot G and they both walked out. Nobody's been arrested, or at least nobody at the studio that day was arrested. Okay? So I'm just saying. That's why people want to ask, why wouldn't he just quit? People want to ask, why wouldn't Cassie just leave? Cassie did leave several times. And what happened is he sent his goons to bring her back. Now, if somebody threatens you, threatens your family, or you know they can ruin your career, they can do all sorts of nefarious things, they can have you locked up on bogus charges. Didn't Shine do 10 years in prison for something Diddy did? I'm just saying, there's a whole myriad of reasons, beloved, why people would not just quit, why people would not just leave. And at the end of the day, another thing is, I'm sure Rodney was trying to get his money. He did 9 songs. He didn't want to get paid for it. Of course he did. He probably thought he'd just hang on long enough to get his money, and things gradually got worse. Okay? So Prince Andrew was involved in the Epstein case, and now Prince Harry is named in Diddy's case. Yes, and let's not forget Queen Elizabeth. Okay, back in the 60s when she went to visit these Native American kids, I believe it was, and 10 of them came up missing. They left with her and some man and were never seen again ever, allegedly. So yeah. Let's not forget the time also they said there was somebody hanging out of the Buckingham Palace window. Do you all remember that? Because I reported on that in 2020. That there was somebody, it looked like a kid to me, but this person was hanging. They had tied sheets or something together and were trying to escape Buckingham Palace with no clothes on. Y'all remember that? They tried to sweep that right up under the rug. Okay, so the end of the day, and here's another thing. Somebody was talking about people tearing down Black celebrities, which I found all interesting. was The Game, and I would show you all the video, but except it's got music in the background. But The Game, the rapper, was talking about how they tear down black celebrities, and how Diddy, when he sued Diageo, which I told you all that too. Of course, that's absolutely the reason they came for him. That's absolutely the reason they came for Diddy. That's the reason right there. If anybody wonders, yes, that's it. I said it first. I told you all that back in November. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter if that's why they came for him to me, because at the end of the day, all of these victims are the same skin tone as me. All of these victims who are saying Diddy did things, well, not all of them. There's a couple of people that aren't my color, but most of the people saying that Diddy did these nefarious things, they all are the same complexion as him. So we're supposed to think that because Diddy's black, nobody should go in on him. Nobody should say anything. Nobody should want him to go to prison. I'm sorry. Make that make sense. This is the same man that offered an artist that he just signed, asked him if he would suck a D for $1 million, according to what that young man just said in the video. And I believe it because we've heard this before. Okay, from Jaguar Wright, talking about what happened with him and Christopher Williams. So at the end of the day, y'all think Diddy's a nice person? Like, only in my opinion, and this is just what I feel, only an idiot, only a person who's an idiot or a predator or somebody who Diddy has dirt on would be defending Diddy. Okay? That's just it. Or unless you're a federal informant like Diddy was at one time. Those are the only types of people that are defending Diddy as far as I'm concerned. Anybody else, you just got to be stupid. You're not one of those. You just got to be stupid. That's just what it is. But let me continue. Game sit up there talking about tearing down black people, first of all. And then this guy on TikTok, let me just talk about this. I'm not even going to show his video because he was babbling through a lot of it, saying the same thing over and over and clearly babbling. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand to hear somebody babble, okay? But anyway, so he's talking about Jaguar Wright, saying that she might be working for them people, acting like she's a federal informant or something, and saying she's only going in on black people, which is an outright lie. Didn't Jaguar go in on Clive Davis? Didn't she talk about him possibly having something to do with Whitney's demise? Didn't she talk about him doing things with Diddy? Didn't she talk about all of that? So I'm sorry. She's going in on several people that don't look like her. So people want to paint narratives because what they really are trying to do low-key is defend Diddy. That's what they're trying to do. And so they'll just, what they do is they won't come out and say, oh, he didn't do it. Or they won't come out and specifically, act like he didn't do it, but what they'll do is they'll start attacking the credibility or try to of the people that are going for him, that are coming in on him. And here's the thing. I want you all to pay attention. Has anybody heard about, ones in the chat if you have, about Diddy supposedly having people on TikTok specifically having their channels and stuff taken down, messing with people's stuff, not him specifically doing it, but it's alleged that he's having people to do it. How many of you have heard about that? I find it all nefarious. How many of you have heard about that? And that makes sense too, because when they say J-Lo got that young woman who died from colon cancer, when they say J-Lo got her TikTok banned, I believe it, because J-Lo and Diddy are friends. Don't think that because they broke up that she didn't have anything to do with him, because if you missed it, I showed you all on the live on a previous live where J-Lo was dancing with Diddy during the pandemic on his live on Instagram. And then I showed you all the list where Diddy was calling out the names of people he was inviting to his 50th birthday party, and J-Lo was one. So, of course, they're still in cahoots, okay, at the end of the day. And with that all being said, y'all don't think she knows all of this stuff that Diddy does? Well, of course she does. So what does that make her? Okay? What does that make her? So when people start saying stuff, specifically foolish black people, okay, nigrant Negroes, when they start saying stuff about, oh, well, there's no proof. They're just trying to get a money grab. And they're trying to act like Diddy isn't everything that these people are saying. You sound ridiculous, okay? You sound insidiously obtuse as far as I'm concerned. All right, but let me continue. Now, let's get to some of the things that Freddy P said about Diddy. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. And by the way, Tyrone Blackburn said the same thing that I told you all months ago, that Diddy's going to be indicted soon. Okay, I was the first one who said it. Now, I know fake Nancy Drew copied my talking points and tried to run off and take the credit, but you all remember that I showed you all the video or played the audio of what Nancy Grace was saying about the things against Diddy. And then I told you all, I did a video and I told you all that I will bet you the ink on the indictment is already drying. Okay, please pay attention. So Lil Rod's lawyer says Diddy will be indicted soon. So Tyrone Blackburn, the lawyer representing Lil Rod, Rodney Jones, said that Sean Puffy Combs will be indicted soon. Jones filed an sexual harassment lawsuit against Combs on February the 26th in the Southern District of New York. Now, the complaint alleged that Combs, okay, I'm not going to get into all that. We already know what all that says. Now, Blackburn claims that Combs and his legal team are waging a smear campaign against Jones. Combs' legal team can do nothing to distract from the fact that he will be indicted soon. Okay? At the end of the day, yeah, he's definitely going to jail. Now, what he's going to do when he gets there is the mystery, because is he going to start singing like the Mississippi Mass Choir? T. Hall said, you know, she started using PowerPoints, right? She calls those PowerPoints, but they're a far cry from looking like the ones I do, beloved. But yes, okay. She also started going live in the mornings, according to some sources. Okay, T of y'all said Cassie was the nail in nail in Puffy's coffin. Exactly. Okay, exactly. Now, so let's get into what Freddy P had to say about him. Likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up. First of all, Freddie called him Gangstalicious. Y'all remember Gangstalicious? You all remember Gangstalicious, don't you, from the Boondocks? Okay. That's what he called Diddy. I'm going to show a couple of old clips from Freddy P, and then one from his recent interview. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Aaron Hall. So all I'm going to say, I'm not doing that today. No, I'm not going there today. I'm sorry, y'all. This is personal. My entire life was altered by this person. I'm not going to stop. I am watching this shit like a TV show. This man deserves everything. I'm not even finna give y'all all that. All I'm gonna say is, I wonder what them boys had to do for that check. He touched the wee cabinet. Come on, man. No, man. Oh, y'all ain't finna tell me this predator ain't prey on y'all. He's so friendly. Yeah, daddy. Come on, man. Come on, man. He ain't giving up no millions without something, man. Y'all heard what he did to Ja? Busted his back wide open. You heard? I'm starting to, all those stories are true. I'm starting to believe it. And that shit was with Kim, that shit far-fetched. Rest in peace to that man. Oh, man. Good morning, man.
Okay. People try to defend this foolishness. But hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Now, here we go.
I always tell people this. I've been telling people this. Don't forget the gangster. And he got a lot of licious in him now. He gangster-licious. But don't forget the gangster part. The bitch still a gangster now. You hear me? Regardless about whatever definition you want to describe a gangster as, whether it be a mob boss, a shot caller, whatever. The bitch get it done, and he'll get it done. That's evidence, and he'll get it done. And the bitch are fed. You get what I'm saying? So he not. Don't you see niggas conducting themselves like that and caring about like that because they're not worried about doing no time. It's a federal agent. He know he been an agent. He know that. That man working, man. That man not worried about going to jail. That man just got a hand shit over. He got a handler, man. That man, if anybody who can't see that Puffy is a fucking agent, the man been dodging jail. And he's a scary nigga that can't take jail. He showed you that by sacrificing niggas.
The gay rumors about Diddy.
Okay, so just like I told y'all in 2021, Diddy was an agent. Okay, I told y'all he was an agent. Felix 35 said he won't be indicted. He is only part of the sick, twisted cabal that is the entertainment industry. Oh yeah, he's a big part of it, but he's going to be indicted, beloved. That's just a given. He's going down. Okay, it's a wrap. He's definitely going to be indicted. Now the question is, what's he going to do afterwards? Is he going to start singing like the Mississippi Mass Choir, or is somebody going to Epstein him? All right, but yeah, he's going down. That's not even a question. Now, with that all being said, I mean, here's the thing. We should have known that after they raided his homes, okay, y'all think the feds just wasted their time going to do that? No. They already had people they interviewed that day. I told you guys, they interviewed 3 women and 1 man. And I believe that man was possibly or likely, more likely than not, Rodney Jones. Okay, Cassie has been cooperating with the feds, giving them information. Let's not forget that Cassie didn't sign a non-disclosure. She kept her power when she signed the settlements, if you remember. So she can talk about it. And here's the thing that you should all be thinking about. All of that stuff that Cassie told in that lawsuit, what did she not tell? What else does she know? Because let's not forget that the lawsuit was initially over 70 pages. When we got it, when it became public, it was like 30 something pages. What happened to the other 40 pages of that lawsuit? What do you think was in it? Why wasn't it made public? What happened to that? So there's no telling what all she said and what all she's seen and knows. She knows where all the bodies are buried, literally. You have to ask yourself, if Diddy was sitting there willing to tell Rodney Jones, whom he didn't know that well, it's not like they had a decades-long relationship, but he was sitting there telling Rodney Jones, allegedly. According to Rodney Jones, he was telling him that he shot this woman in the face, blowing up people's cars, that he's done stuff and gotten away with it. He's literally sitting there confessing to alleged crimes to this man that you don't even really know like that. And then this is the same man that you employ to record your every move. That's really ignorant. But you see, that's the ignorance that comes with arrogance. Arrogance always comes with ignorance. Okay, I want you to pay attention. So that all being said, if Diddy told Little Rod all of these things, what do you think that he told Cassie? Pillow talk, anyone? Okay, he told her plenty, and I'm sure she's seen plenty. Okay, so please pay attention. Claudette said, Mr. Untouchable. Yes, that's what he thought he was. That's exactly what he thought he was. But let's get into some more of what Freddy P said, because basically he says Diddy threatened him and he was going to kill Diddy. Okay, so let's get into it. He says, one day I was waking up and I was in a mood. I'm in the studio. I'm snapping or whatever. I don't even want to be effed with. You know, when you around a bunch of goofies and you a street ninja, sometimes you don't want to be around the nerds. So I'm in that beat. I'm just frustrated with a lot of S going on. Now, mind you, I didn't feel like editing the video because he curses a lot. Okay. So then, according to Mr. Jones's lawsuit, now this is an excerpt from the lawsuit with Rodney Jones. Now, this is relevant because I want you to think back to how Rodney said that Diddy threatened him, and Freddy P says the same thing. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face and informed Mr. Jones that he was willing to kill his mother, Janice Combs, if he must, to get what he wanted. So he wouldn't think twice about harming Mr. Jones. So I'm sorry for those who ask, why didn't he just quit? Well, he could have just quit. And then Diddy could have sent somebody to off him or anything. Okay, I'm sure that was a possibility. And he definitely has been accused of having done those things in the past. Okay, but here's the thing. Pay attention. Now, this is what Diddy said to him. You could walk right out the studio right now, but someone could pop you. Better control and humble yourself. Seeing him disrespect a lot of people and talk crazy to a lot of people. Now, this is what Freddy P says Diddy told him the day that he was in the studio and didn't want to be bothered, when he didn't want to be around the goofies and the nerds. Diddy got up in his space and said, oh, little ninja, what, you think you bad? You think you bad or something? See, it's okay for Diddy to think he's bad, but don't you think you are too? And so he told him, you could walk right out of the studio right now and someone could pop you. Better control and humble yourself. You better control and humble yourself. And here's the thing. Diddy was threatening Freddy P, who was basically a whole thug, according to him. I mean, he was out there in the streets. And Diddy silenced him. So if Diddy can shut him up, what do you think he's going to do to somebody like Lil Rod? We all know Lil Rod is not about that life, okay? Please pay attention. Freddy P said, later that night, I was trying to take his A out. Me and my dog, God rest his soul, we had a G-Wagon, and he had his little tutus. I had a little pistol on me or whatever. I had the Mac. he had whatever, and we were waiting for his Bussy A to come out. So they had planned to take Diddy out. They had planned to take him out. So with that all being said, let's go to the clip of Freddy P talking about it. Likes up, everyone please like and share.
Buy every house on your block. Shut every light off on that. When you come out, every time you come out, that you'll get popped. So when another tell you like that, you like, get your animated out of here, goofy. You feel what I'm saying? When he tell you like that, you go to picture him purchasing every house. You go to picturing every light on the block going on. And that silenced me.
Yes. Diddy?
He said he silenced him when he told him that. Told him he could buy every house on his block. Okay? And then cut all the lights and electricity off. Every time you come out that house, somebody will get popped. All right? Now, with that all being said, and I forgot to show you all this because you all have seen this video before because I've shown it to you before. But think back to how Diddy and his attorneys are now trying to dig up dirt on Lil Rod. Now, I wonder what they thought they knew about him in the first place, because remember that leaked footage when they were talking about stealing his publishing and all that? They said that Lil Rod was a piece of ish. Okay, it said he was a piece of ish. Pay attention.
Hey, because I run shit here, nigga. I run shit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Little Rod ain't worth giving this kingdom to if we don't control his publishing. I can solve his efforts with 3 other human beings. He's eating at our table, and I like his backstory, but you need to have other people. It's hard to work with him unless we have his pub. He's a piece of shit human, but we do not need his talent unless we can work with him.
Now, why would he call Lil Rodney a piece of ish? Why would he call him that? And I find it interesting that he's sitting there saying these things about Lil Rod when he's sitting on the couch next to Diddy. So you don't think Diddy's a piece of shish? You don't think he is, but you think Rodney is? Some of these people are nothing but fools, okay? But so anyway, let's get into Gucci Mane and this diss song that he did. Once in the chat, if you all have seen the video of Gucci Mane's song, Take That. Once in the chat, if you all have seen it. Clearly mocking Diddy. Has anybody seen that video? Boogeyman said that name's zesty as F, okay? So he did this video, and the song is called Take That, and I'm going to tell you some of the lyrics. But I want you all to see this first. Let me pull this up. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Because how many of you remember that video that Diddy did where he was in the hot tub with his baby mom, Misa Hilton, back in the day? And so Gucci Mane's video, when I watch it, I'm like, wait a minute. This is just like Diddy's video. And then I realized, oh, he's going in on Diddy. Okay, y'all see that? That's Gucci Mane. That's a screenshot from his video. Now, here's a screenshot from Diddy's. Ha! It's almost the same thing. Exactly. Look at the hairstyle, the foot in the air. Same thing. So Gucci was clearly going in on him, is all I'm saying. Now, let's talk about this song. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I wish I could play the song, but you know I can't because of copyright, but I really wish I could play it. Okay, so no Diddy. Gucci Mane declares war on Sean Combs with brutal diss track called Take That. It says Gucci Mane's new song Take That targets Diddy with ruthless wordplay. Gucci Mane has declared war, and this summer just got a whole lot hotter. From name drops to diss tracks, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is no longer revered in the industry following serious allegations. After several singers took jabs at Diddy for his alleged involvement in an SEX trafficking case, Gucci Mane rolled out a fiery diss track titled Take That, targeting Sean Combs with ruthless wordplay and icy insults. Okay? Now, if you thought there weren't enough rap beefs going on in the industry, wait until you hear this. After Drake versus Lamar and then Kanye ripping on Drake, it's time for the trap musician to take a dig at the infamous bad boy of the industry, Diddy. On Wednesday, April 24th, the Atlanta-bred rapper dropped the new summer anthem, Take That, which pokes fun at Diddy. Now, here are some of the lyrics. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. I'm just effing around, but no Diddy. I got a young Miami bitch from the city. I'm spending money like a trick. No Diddy. But she can't be underage. No Diddy. All nefarious. Now, Gucci Mane didn't mince his words when referring to several of Diddy's alleged crimes, for which he recently drew attention from the Department of Homeland Security. Diddy's homes in LA and Miami were raided in connection to sex trafficking. I wonder why they never say anything about the New York house, because that was raided too on the same day. Okay, Gucci Mane, and I told you all that weeks ago. Now, Gucci Mane just released the song, and the hook is No Diddy. This is what somebody posted, okay? A fan posted this on Twitter, formerly X, formerly known as Twitter. Gucci Mane just released a song mentioning Diddy. The hook is No Diddy. In one clip, the rapper was even seen recreating Diddy's infamous scene surrounded by girls. Another wrote, Gucci Mane recreates classic Diddy moment in his new video. More chimed in with comments, okay, and saying, the legend is back. Now, mind you, I saw the video because 50 Cent posted it. Because you already know that 50 Cent was absolutely there for it, okay? He was absolutely there for it. But the funny thing is, hold on, I'm trying to find this video I had about Gucci Mane. Okay, so anyway, the funny thing is that some people were trying to go in on Gucci, you know, about the song, saying the song was lame and all that. Well, I happen to like the song. I happen to like the song, okay? It is the summer anthem. And the new phrase, No Diddy, yeah, I love it, okay, at the end of the day. But here's the thing. Gucci Mane has never been scared of Diddy. At the end of the day, let's not forget, he's a whole killer. Gucci Mane is, right? I mean, albeit it was self-defense. I'm just saying. And let's not forget the time that Gucci Mane was watching surveillance footage of some dudes robbing his studio. They were stealing stuff out of his studio. People that were supposed to be cool with him. And he called them and was like, y'all ninjas taking stuff out my studio? And they was like, oh man, I ain't got to come take no stuff out your studio. I ain't got to take nothing up out of there. I could bring the little stuff back. Well, why did you steal in the first place? So Gucci Mane headed to the studio, okay? He was ready to go to war with them. There was like 4 or 5 of them, and he knew they all had guns. But he was so mad because they were talking real slick to him, said, you ain't gonna do nothing, you a bussy, and all this, and just going in. I don't know who they thought they were talking to, but Gucci Mane headed to the studio, and he was about to take care of all of them. But what did they do? These are supposed to be whole gangsters now, mind you, and they're at a trap house when this is going on, when they're talking slick. They told Gucci, go on now, man. Go on, Gucci. We done called the law already. Ha! You done called the law, but y'all supposed to be some gangsters, and y'all was just talking all this slick stuff about what he won't do. But as soon as they found out that Gucci Mane was en route to where they were, and it's only one of him and 4 or 5 of them, they called the police. They called the police. Yeah. Gucci Mane is definitely not scared of Diddy, okay? Please pay attention. Belinda said, no Diddy. Okay, exactly. Israelites said that was heavy set Gucci. Okay, Gucci Mane is still, I believe he'll still knock Diddy out. And speaking of knockouts, I'm going to say this and then we up out of here because I got to start my live on the next channel. Speaking of knockouts, Jaguar Wright last night on Storm Monroe's live challenged Tasha K to a boxing match at Floyd Mayweather's Las Vegas gym. Okay, did y'all see that? So she challenged Tasha K to a fight. Now I'm gonna tell you like this: if they do have a boxing match, I'm definitely going to see. I'm definitely flying out to see that. Okay. And so anyway, this is all crazy. Let me just say this. Pearly said Queen Jaguar is brutal. Oh, yes, I know. And then they were taking bets on who's going to win. Jaguar or Tasha K. What do y'all think? Once in the chat if you think Jaguar would win the boxing match. 2s if you think Tasha K would. Tasha K too pretty to be fighting, says Jeff ATL. Now you remember Tasha K kicked that man when she had on that green dress. Tasha K's not above fighting. She said she's been fighting all her life. Pay attention. Okay. Okay, I see some 2s. I see more 1s than 2s. Whew. I'll tell you what, I think it'll be a good match because I think both of them can fight. But if I had to bet money, I would probably have to go with Jaguar. I would probably have to go with Jaguar because do you all remember when Jaguar got arrested? It took about 4 or 5 police to get her. Okay. Took about 4 or 5 police to subdue her. Then she was trying to kick out the window and all that. Yeah. I think Jaguar might take her out. Evan said, Queen, you're funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just telling y'all the facts. I'm just telling y'all the facts mixed with my opinion. Pearlie said, me too, Queen. Israelite said Jaguar on her militant-ish, okay? Odd Negroes official said, I'd rather see them work together while we fighting. Well, that sounds very noble, Odd Negroes official, but you know that's not happening. You know that's not happening. Why are we fighting? Well, you already know. Because some of our people, we just can't get along. It's not just black people that are fighting. White people fight too. Mexican people, Asian people, they all fight amongst themselves too, okay? It's just not always broadcast or publicized like ours because they try to demonize us. But hey, everybody doesn't get along. And here's the thing. We need to stop thinking that we all need to get along just because we're black. I don't have to get along with every black person, nor do I want to. Nor do I want to, because at the end of the day, some black people are nefarious. Some black people are predators. Some black people are killers. Some black people will steal from you, rob you, do all sorts of nefarious things. Now, I'm not saying other races don't have people that do that, because of course they do. But my point is, please stop acting like all black people have to get along, because we don't. Those of us who are like-minded, who want the same things and who have the same ideology, we should unite. But by us uniting doesn't mean that we have to bring the nefarious crew right along with us, because those are the ones that are holding us back in the first place. You think I want to unite with Sexy Red, Sukiyana, Krishan Rock, Diddy? No, I don't. I don't want anything to do with them. I wish we could, in fact, put them on an island somewhere secluded by themselves. Those type of black people. I don't want to. And when I talk about unifying collectively, I'm talking about intelligent, like-minded black people who stand on business and who have things going for themselves and who work towards the betterments of our people collectively, not those who are detriments to our people and who work against us in unison, in concert, and collusion with the wanton supremacists. I'm not talking about those black people. So when I'm saying we should unify, don't ever think I'm talking about them. And y'all need to, for those of you who do, need to stop acting like all of us need to stand in the same square. Okay, there's some black people I don't want anything to do with, and I wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire. Okay, that's just the fact. Now, mind you, I do love my people, but some of my people I absolutely despise, and Diddy happens to be one. Okay, he happens to be one. Well, that all being said, my job here is done for now. Okay, everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel. I've got some juicy news for y'all tomorrow. I got some juicy news for y'all tomorrow. I was going to try to do that today, but I was like, child, this is too much work. I'm going to have to work on this for a couple of days to get all these receipts together. And so with that all being said, Stacey said, me either, Queen Ahmadiyyah. Thank you, beloved. I agree. Lillian said wigs 1 and 2. Exactly. I don't want to unify with wigs 1 and 2. Okay. Little crabs in the barrel, haters and all that. So I said nice things about both of them, but all they did was hate on the queen. So no, I don't want to make amends. I don't want any atonement, apologies. I don't want nothing from them. I think I'm missing me with it. All I got to say about wigs 1 and 2 is hate on haters. Hate on haters, because one thing about it is, see, I trust people. I trust everybody. I trust people to do exactly what they're going to do. Like DMX said, if you're a liar, I trust you to lie. If you're a thief, I trust you to thief. Okay, be stealing. No, it had to be a whole thief. And if you are somebody who's a predator, well, I trust you to prey upon people. If you're a killer, I trust that you're going to kill. So that's just what it is, right? That's what it is. And so with that all being said, Lillian said, Queen, can you save it for the weekend when I'll be off? Oh, sure. It's going to have to be saved for the weekend because I'm telling you so many receipts. I'm just telling y'all. Yeah, you're going to, when I play it, when I get to it, y'all going to say you heard it here first. Okay, so everyone please like and share. Like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell, click the word all so you're notified each time Queen Goddess goes live. If you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, you can bounce. All right. And with that all being said, that's why the Queen is unaffiliated, said Battle X. Exactly. Okay. So with that all being said, Tasha and Jaguar are exposing the industry. Isn't that a good thing? Why are they fighting? Well, beloved, they're fighting not because they're both exposing the industry, but because they both had beef for a while. I think it started back a few years ago when Tasha K interviewed Jaguar Wright after she was interviewed by Storm Monroe, and then they say Tasha got, now I'm just telling you all what I heard. They say that Tasha K got Jaguar Wright on her show and then tried to embarrass her and go in on her or whatever. And then so they got into it, and both of them have talked about each other's children, saying all kind of crazy stuff about each other's children. At the end of the day, if somebody was talking about my sons, honey, I don't want nothing to do with you either. So that's it right there. That's it right there. Okay? There's plenty of reasons why they can have beef. It doesn't have anything to do with them exposing people, beloved. Thank you, Queen, for a great broadcast as always. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. So with that all being said, keep your heads on the swivel is all I'm saying. All right? Songwriter says, oh, Queen's face holding back her. I don't know how you guessed it. Okay. So everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And let me say this about Odd Negroes Official. Me and Odd Negroes Official, I was on a live back in 2020. Or maybe it was 2021. I think it was 2021. But Odd Negroes Official said in my chat, I was talking about Diddy, and Odd Negroes Official said in my chat that Cassie was going to come out and expose Diddy. And I agreed. Do y'all remember that? He said in 2021 at the end of the day. And look, here we are in 2024. Please pay attention. All right, we've been having receipts. Even my chat got receipts. Okay, so with that all being said, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And I hope to see you all in the next chat starting right after this. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got